Welcome to Shiksharthi, and today's our topic is continuation problems in exercise 14.1, and I'm starting with the fifth question. We did already up to fourth question in the previous video. So now if you see this fifth question, this is given in a retail market. The fruit vendor were selling mangoes kept in packing boxes. These boxes contain varying number of mangoes. So you can see the number of boxes information is provided here and the number of mangoes are provided. So how do we read this table? First, understand what is given in the table. The table says the number of mangoes here are ranging between 50 and 52. So box will have 50 to 52, 50 or 52, up to 52 number of mangoes, and there are 15 boxes of such variety. Another box which have 53 to 55 mangoes are 110 boxes are available. So like that he gave the total number of boxes and the range of the number of mangoes per box is also given to us. But one small drawback in this table, if you see here, the data is not continuous. 50 to 52, 53 to 55, 56 to 58, like that. I mean, you can see there is no continuation. In the previous questions, if you see, if I end with 52 here, it will start with 52 again here. If it ends with upper limit is 55, this will again start with 55, like that. So you can see the things are, every time the upper limit will start here. That's what happens normally. You can do two things here. One, you can continue with the same table. That's absolutely fine, because number of mangoes cannot be same value here. Like, you know what I need to do in order to make this as a continuous, this I'll reduce by 0.5. See, the gap here is how much? 52 to 53, the gap is how much? 1. And to reduce that 1, what we do, this will take it as upper limit as 52.5 and we'll start with 52.5 here. See, now the both are same values here. So the gap, this is 1, I'll increase by 0.5, I'll decrease by 0.5 so that the gap gets covered and both will have the same value. This is called continuous data. So there is a small difference. Here the data was not continuous. Now the data is continuous. So you can make this continuous also. Depends on the data. Right now, see, I am talking about mangoes. Number of mangoes cannot be 52.5, right? So you can technically understand, that's why the data is 52 here. That means if the mango are 52, it will be counted in the first case. If it is 53, it will be counted in the second case. So number of mangoes cannot be 0.5. Therefore, he did not choose to have a continuous data. But while doing a calculation, it is recommended to have a continuous data. So what I do, I'll get all the numbers here. This will be 50. Now you see what I should do here. I should increase this by 0.5. So this is 55.5. And again it starts with 55.5, isn't it? And then the next one is 58.5. It starts with 58.5 here. And then you can see this is 61.5 and this will be 61.5 and here it is 64.5. Now what about the first one? This will be 49.5. Okay, so this is, you call it as class interval or number of mangoes as per the question. Same thing, but only thing is, instead of having some gap here, it is always recommended to have a continuous data. Exactly 52.5, again it starts from 52.5. Exactly up to 55.5, again it starts from 55.5, and that continues to happen. Now your normal method, which method is recommended? See, the frequency numbers are large, I mean big size numbers. Multiplying directly to those numbers can be a difficult one. And what are the midpoints, my friend? 49.5 plus 52.5, the exact mid value, what exactly it will be? It will be something like 51. So here the mid value. How to get the mid value? We all know, we have already done. Lower limit plus upper limit by 2 is something I need to do. Fair enough? So that I did and I got 51. So sum of these two numbers is 1 or 2 and upon 2 is nothing but 51. Now what is the difference you see? Every time the value is increasing by 3 in an upper limit. Every time the value is increasing by 3 in the lower limit. So definitely this mid value also increases by 3. So this will be 54, 57, 60, 63 are the numbers. Fair? And here this I call it as mid value. We all know that, right? So mid value is called as what? Xi. This is Fi. Now further, I see that the mid values are big. So if I wish to go for direct method, frequency into mid value can give me a large values, big values. So what I do, I'll go for step deviation method. I'll take Ui here. What is Ui, friends? It's Xi minus A by H. What is H value here? Try to get the values, all of you. Every time it is increasing by 3. The class size is 3. So the H value will be 3 over here. And what is sum of the frequency numbers here? Sum of the frequency numbers, did he give in the question? Mostly it will be given, but if it is not, then we can easily find out. The sum of these two is how much? 140, 140, and this is 250. 250 plus 130 is 385. 385 plus 15 is 400. So here summation of Fi is 400. Is that okay? So you can just consider this as 400. I take 400 over here. Fair enough? Now summation Fi, I got it. So you can also mention it here. Summation Fi is equals to 400. This all will be useful in calculations. We all know that. And what is the formula, my friend? X bar is equals to A plus summation Fi ui upon summation Fi into H is the formula. Okay. So now let us get the ui values. For that I need to go for an assumed mean A. So I'll write here, I got A is equals to, or I took A is equal to how much? 57. If you remember, I said very clearly, try to take the middle value, exactly middle value. I have 5 different values here. So I took the middle value as A, which is always helpful. Now 51, see this formula, Xi minus A by H if I apply. 51 minus 57 is how much? 6. 6 upon 3 is equals to minus 2. So I got a minus 2 over here. You can do the calculation. And then this will be minus 1, 0. The value which we have taken as A will be always 0 here. Try to make some points out of this so that it will be easy for you in the examination, and a confident move can be always possible. While doing in the examination, you should know that where I have taken A, that will reflect as 0 here, the ui value, and it's like an integer line, mostly like an integer line, positive integers, negative integers. If you can remember these points, it will make the things very easy and confident for you. Okay. Now what I should do further, see the formula, I want Fi into ui. So I need to multiply these two columns here, Fi into ui. So 15 into minus 2 is minus 30. Fair enough? I'm sorry. Minus 30. 110 into minus 1 is minus 110. The next one will be 35 into 0 is 0 over here. The next one is 115 into 1 is 115 here. And the next one is 25 into 2 is 50. Now I want summation of Fi and ui here. I want the summation value of that, right? And this I have taken Fi into ui here in this case. Fair? Now just check the value here. This is going to be plus 5 here, friends. I'm not adding, subtracting at a time. This is going to be plus 20. If I take these two values, one positive, one negative, and I'm left with only 2 positive values. So this is 25. I have got it. 25 is the value. Now apply this in formula. So what is the answer for us? A. What is A value there? 57 plus what is Fi ui I have? Fi ui I have got 25. So this is 25 upon what is summation of Fi I have? 400 into H is how much? 3. I'm sorry. I should take H value as 3. So here H value is 3. Okay. Now let us simplify this. This will go by 16 times. I mean, I know that is going to be 16 times here. 25 16s are 40, 400, right? So here it is 16 times. Now 3 upon 16, roughly it will be something like 57 plus, if I divide 3 upon 16, it will be 0 point, right? So it is going to be 0 point, what is this? 0 point, and now it will be how much? 30, 16 divided 140 will be there. So it will be approximately 8 times. So adding all these, it will be 57.8 approximately is what I need to write. Now check this answer. What did he say? The average of 400 boxes. How many boxes we have here total? 400 boxes, and the average weight of these 400 boxes altogether is 57.8, and that falls it here somewhere. So mean, we all know it will fall in between the maximum and the minimum of the values here. Okay. So let us do sixth question. The daily expenditures are given. So you can say daily expenditure and the number of households. So suppose there are 4 households, take it in this way, there are 4 households whose daily expenditure falls between 100 and 150. There are 5 households whose expenditure lies between 150 and 200, and the table is given like that. And you can see the continuation of the data here, 150, 150, 200, 200. So there is no gap. So we don't have to do an extra step which we did in the previous problem. Okay. So FI is given, simple interest is given. He is asking us to take a suitable method. We have to decide which is suitable method. Let us take a midpoints, then we'll get it. So mid value, which we call it as xi, quickly let us get sum of the two, divide by 2, right? So 100 plus 150, 250 upon 2 is 125. This is 125. Now every time the value is increasing by 50, so this also increases by 50. So this is 175, then it is 225. Then it is 275, then this is 325. These are all the mid values. So now after getting the mid values, let us select A as the middle one, as we all know that, right? So I can apply the deviation method here. I can take di. What is di? Xi minus A is called di. Now this is 225 minus 125 minus 225 is how much? 100. 100 is the value here. So if you see, the di values are coming up big numbers here. Minus 100 is what I am going to get. So better I'll go by the step deviation method here. I'll take upon h. Now what is h value, my friends, here? The h value is how much here? 50. So I'll divide by 50 simultaneously. So let us do the first one. 125 minus 225 is 100. 100 upon 50 is minus 2. So this is going to be minus 2 here. Then minus 1 will come. 0. I told you from A point of view, this is have to be 0. And this is going to be plus 1 and plus 2. So step deviation method takes a little of extra calculation in this column, but it is always good for us. So instead of di, I should now call it as ui. Let us have the same things every time so that there is no confusion. I can also call it as ui, vi, anything, but it is always recommended to practice in a similar manner. Now multiply these two and then get fi, ui concept here. Okay, values. So this is going to be 4 into minus 2 is how much? Minus 8. Then 5 into minus 1 is going to be minus 5. Then 0. 1 into 2 is 2. And 2 into 2 is how much? 4. And I'll get summation of fi, ui here. And what is the value? The two positive numbers are 6. And this is going to be minus 13. So minus 13 plus 6 is going to be how much? Minus 7. The value here can be positive or negative. That's fair enough. Anything can be possible. Now what is the formula, friends? X bar is equals to A plus summation fi ui upon summation fi into h. So we all know the values here. Summation fi ui. What is A? Substitute the value of A, which is 225 plus minus of 7, as you can see minus 7 over here, upon fi. What is summation of fi value here? It is for how many families given in the question? 25. You can see this 25. So definitely this value have to be 25. Number of households are 25. So I'll take 25 here into h. What is h? 50. So this gets cancelled by 2. Simple. It is 225. And this is going to be minus 14 is what I get, and ultimately 211 is my final answer, but still I put it as approximate value here. Remember, every time whenever you are writing, give an approximate as a last final thing, because these are not actual values. I told you the reason behind this. A can be taken as here, A can be taken as here, A can be taken as here. There can be a fraction of value difference can come because of that A position. So based on that, I got this approximate value, and let us cross check. 211 is the average for 25 households, which falls between maximum and minimum. So my answer is absolutely right going here. Okay. So let us go for the next question, all of you. So next question, 7th one, find out the concentration of SO2 in the air is given, and you have 30 localities. So here directly I can say summation of Fi here is 30. So I am referring to this number which is there. You can also total this sum of these numbers. So we'll be having additional columns like mid value here, which is called as Xi. You can see the mid value here. Sum of these two by 2 is going to be 0.02, and the difference is 4 every time. So 0.06, 0.10, here 0.14, 0.18. So how many values we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one here it falls 0.22 is the value. So these are all the mid values. See, it is unorganized here, but still I'll try to complete the table by this. Okay, I completed the table, and then now you can see the values of Xi and Xi are small values, so I can directly multiply. So what will with this number? 0.08. If I multiply 9 into this, 9 6 are 54, so 0.54 I get. Multiply these two, 0.9 I'll get. Multiply these two, 0.28 I'll get here. The next number is 0.72 I'll get, and finally 0.44 is what I get here. So I got numbers, and this you all know I did summation, Fi into Xi. So I think direct method can be good here because the numbers are pretty small and we can do all these by direct method. So what is sum of all these numbers here? 8 and 54 is 62, 62 and 90 is 152, 152, 160, 180 here, 180 plus 72 is 252, 252 plus 256, 296, 0.96 and 2.96 is what I got, the sum. And this we can call it as summation of Fi Xi. And what is direct method, friends? X bar is equals to summation of Fi Xi upon summation of Fi is the formula. So I'm not assuming anything. You can please remember this formula, apply the numbers. Now this is going to be 2.96 upon the number of households are how many? 30. So I got a 30 over here. So you can make it simple. Try to make it like 296 upon something like 3000. We have followed by 2 decimals, so it is followed by 3000. So if you can roughly cancel by 3, how much I get? Roughly cancel by 3. So if I cancel by 3, 27 will be 9 times here. And then followed by 26, 24 is exactly divisible 8 times here. Or you can take it as 9 times to make it round figure. 9 times. And this is right now upon 1000 after you cancel by 3. So this is going to be 0.099 is the approximate value of mean for us. It falls between maximum and minimum, so the answer is absolutely fine. Is that clear, all of you? So you can take up. So keep on practicing. I wish if you can try 8th and 9th questions on your own and come back to us in case of any doubt. Thank you very much.